first graders, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed your lesson yesterday, and I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. As you can tell, I've decided to take it outside today. We are going to read a non-fiction book about nature and how plants grow. So I decided if I was going to read about nature, I should be in nature. We're going to start off by singing our flower song that we learned when we did a unit on the parts of a flower. We're going to talk about the 4 needs of a flower. A flower needs sun, water, soil, and space. So remember our song, each of us is a flower growing in life's garden. Each of us is a flower, we need the sun and the rain. Each of us is a flower growing in life's garden. Each of us is a flower, we need soil and space, cha-cha-cha. Feel free to sing along if you remember the words to it. So for today's book, we're going to read Watch It Grow. Again, it's a non-fiction, meaning that everything in this story is true. It actually happened. Watch It Grow by Craig Hammersmith. Plants, plants, plants. Plants are everywhere. Look around. Maybe you see flowers and grasses. If it's winter, you might see some bare trees and bushes. All of these are plants. Plant part. A flower is a plant. Have you ever looked closely at a flower? All flowers have petals, a stem, and leaves. Many flowers smell good. This attracts birds and insects. More plant parts. In the very middle of a flower, you can find a yellow powder. This powder is called pollen. Pollen helps the plant make new flowers. Did you know some pollen is spread by the wind? The wind carries it through the air, just like dust and dirt. Pollen takes a flight. Insects and some birds eat flower nectar. Pollen sticks to the animals as they get the nectar, then they carry this pollen to other flowers. The magic of seeds. When pollen falls off an insect and onto a plant, that plant starts to grow a seed. Some plants have seeds that grow in the middle of a juicy piece of fruit. Other plants have seeds that grow as a nut or a grain. Sometimes you can see the tiny plants that were growing inside of a split-open peanut. Seeds on the move. When seeds are fully grown, they leave the plant. Some fall off the plant and stay where they land. Some seeds, such as a dandelion seeds, are carried by the wind, and some seeds float on water. From seed to seedling. Once a seed lands, it needs the right conditions to grow. Seeds usually start to grow in the spring. This is when there's enough sunlight, warm air, and rain for a seed to take root. Here we grow. Plants cannot grow without sunlight. Plants turn the energy from sunlight into food that helps them grow. When plants are fully grown, they make pollen. The plant-making cycle starts over again. There are hundreds of seeds in the middle of a sunflower. Someday, these trees will grow into new sunflowers. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take the information that we just learned in Watch It Grow, and we're going to go outside and observe nature. Hold on for 1 second while I show you some pictures of the nature that I observed, and we'll come back and talk about your activity.
1, 2, 3,
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the things that I observed on my walk around my neighborhood. I keep using that word observe. Does anyone remember what the word observed means? I'll give you a second to think about it, and I'll give you one small hint. We learned about what it means to observe when we read about Jane Goodall and how she observed chimpanzees to learn more about them. So let's think about it for a second. What does observed mean? Alrighty. Observe means paying close attention to something by carefully watching and listening to get more information. So when I went around my neighborhood, I stopped at each thing that I was trying to observe in nature, and I just listened and looked. Some of the things I observed were flowers. While I was observing them, I noticed their color. I noticed that they were growing in soil. I noticed what type of plant it was. Was it a large bush or a small little flower in a pot? I paid attention to large oak trees and clouds and just sat calmly with each piece of nature and tried to see how many facts I could learn about it. So again, let's think of that word fact. What is the word fact? A fact is information that is observed to be true. When you think of a fact, it is something that is always true. You couldn't say, I wish this flower were purple. That's not an always true statement. Someone else might not wish it be purple. But if you said, this flower is yellow, you observe it with your eyes, and it's proven that that is true. So your activity for today is to get out into nature. Go sit quietly under a tree or look at a flower in your yard, maybe some grass that's outside, anything that you consider nature. If you choose to take a walk around your neighborhood, please make sure a grown-up is with you and that you're staying a safe distance from everyone around you. Feel free to wave and smile because we can always be kind and friendly, even when we're staying far apart from each other. If you can't get outside, that's okay. Look through a window. Find some way to observe nature. Once you've observed nature, you are going to take your marker and your marker board, or a pen and a pencil if you prefer, and you're going to write 3 facts about what you observed. So say I was observing this plant here. I would say the flower is yellow. Please notice that I'm doing complete sentences. I'm using capital letters and my punctuation at the end. Another observation I might make is the plant is growing in soil. Again, I'm writing facts about our plants, and I'm using capital letters and punctuation. So be sure that you're writing 3 facts about what it is you've observed in nature. Make sure that it is a fact, meaning that it is all the way true. It's not an opinion or a wish. It is something that you know to be true no matter what. And then that you are observing. You are looking and listening carefully. When you observe, you don't touch, mess, hurt, or bother what it is that you're observing. You just use your eyes and your ears to listen carefully. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed learning about what plants and seeds do and how they grow. And I look forward to hearing about what you did in nature today and what you observed. Alrighty, I hope you continue to have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.